This Eskute Polluno step-through city bike has a 250 watt rear motor, 7 gears and a 100 kilometer claimed range. Yes, 100 kilometers, 65 miles. Now this is Gordon. He is my clone and he is going to try and ride the 100 kilometer claimed range by Eskute before the end of the video. Now if he makes it, he'll sleep well tonight and we'll give him a pat on the back. If he doesn't, he's going to have to do the forfeit, which is riding up the steepest climb in southeast London. So we will check in with him throughout this video and we will see at the very end if he makes it the 100 kilometer range. Good luck, Gordon. I secretly hope he fails so we can see him ride up that steep climb. Believe it or not, I actually think he has a good chance because the Eskute Polluno has 700C wheels, big wheels. So you get a lot of roll and a lot of momentum for the effort that you put in. What we should do is rewind a few hours and check it all out in depth. Now there are 4 common setup mistakes with e-bikes, so let's look at what they are and how you and me can avoid them. So in the box we have the manual, which like all other humans I won't read until I'm infuriated by the tiniest thing. We also have the stand, the pedals, the charge cable and a lot of tools, which may turn a few heads. The stand is simple, it's 2 bolts, so nice and easy. The front wheel is a quick release skewer, but remember the tyre has a correct thread direction. Put the stem on and the bolt goes through the stem and tightens, so there is no play in the stem but not overly tight so that the bars are too stiff and you can't rotate them. Mistake number 1, make sure the forks are the correct way around and don't be that person that looks like they should be riding both backwards and forwards at the same time. This is what they should look like and this is what they shouldn't look like. The bars can now be aligned with the bars. You want to do that one eye alignment thing. That is a universal language for getting things straight. And once you are happy, you can tighten everything up. Mistake number 3, the pedals. Now, if you screw this up, you will ruin your crank arm and you'll be riding with one leg for the rest of your life. The pedals have a left and right, so make sure you are putting the correct pedal on the correct side of the bike. To screw them in, the left pedal will tighten anti-clockwise, which is opposite of the normal thread and it's easy to get wrong. If you want an easy way to remember, then both pedals tighten by rotating the spanner towards the front of the bike. The mudguard's installed with a couple of bolts, which is super simple. The front light is also the same. Use the Allen key in the toolbox, tighten all the bolts and you are good to go. The 4th mistake is tyre pressure. Now make sure you pump your tyres up, as this is what has the biggest effect on your rolling resistance, will affect the range that you can get out of the battery massively. These tyres that come with the Eskute Polluno can go between 50 psi and 85 psi. After the perfect setup with the perfectly executed mechanical skills, you're looking at your bike, you are ready, you press the on button and nothing happens. The battery will most likely need charging, so we should probably do that actually at the start before we start the setup. Time for a quick coffee while it charges. I'll tell you what, this is much less effort than I thought it would be. The battery gets you up to speed and then you can just keep your momentum by pedaling. The assist really does work well. Now the battery that is included with the bike is a 14.5 amp hour, 522 watt hour and has a claimed 100 kilometer range, which we'll find out at the end of the video if Gordon makes it. Now the battery is also lockable, which means it can be locked into the frame, but it also means it can be removed and is a great feature for an affordable city e-bike like the Eskute Polluno. Now it will take around 6 to 8 hours to fully charge, which is roughly 100 emails while you're sat at work. It's also made with Samsung cells and at that price point it's impressive. You can tell your speed when riding with the integrated LED display, which is a good size and it works. It does look more like something you'd see on Star Trek though, which I quite like, it's futuristic. You also have the mode at the top, which allows you to swap between the 5 assist modes. It's not too bad to see the screen, no different from other screens that are angled to face the sun. Plus, you're not trying to watch Netflix, so does it really matter? The main thing is you can see your speed, which is huge text. It reminds me of one of those old calculators that you can get with huge buttons. Talking about batteries, let's see how Gordon's getting on. Uphill it really does help. I can really feel the assist sort of pulling me along here. I'm doing about 15 kilometers an hour, relatively steep, 4-5% gradient in Greenwich Park. But because you're at a low speed, the battery's working overtime to assist you up, so it's interesting. Hopefully we don't have too many more so we can try and get the 100 kilometer range. So the ride, comfort and quality. Now my initial thoughts as my asked Grace to saddle for the first time was that this bike was smooth. You have 3.5 inches of travel, which takes out all the bumps in the road. Basically it just flows. The assist is really the star of the show though, because it's perfectly aligned with the gears, which isn't something you see all the time. Now when you're in top gear, you and the motor are working well together. The bike has a speed sensor, which is exactly as it sounds. It senses your speed and assists you accordingly. So you get more assist uphill because you're going to be going slower. Now remember, e-bikes in the UK are restricted to 15.5 miles per hour. So when you go over that, the battery can't help you. It's you and your legs. Now power delivery is smooth as well, with no jerkiness that's going to catch you out by surprise, which is nice to have. Because it's a speed sensor, there is a tiny delay between you pedaling and the motor kicking in, but that's nothing major to be honest. Braking, we have mechanical disc brakes with 160mm rotors on the Eskute, and the braking is pretty decent. Hydraulic brakes are the next step up, but for this price range, I personally think mechanical disc brakes are okay. Stopping distances were pretty good as well, as you can see in the footage in the test braking that I've done. That's me slamming on the brakes. We also have integrated lights in the front and the rear, which is dreamy because you don't have to think about carrying them separately. And the rear light is also a brake light, so it's a double function. So as soon as you pull either brake lever, the light will come on flashing, which is a nice little addition. I wonder if Gordon's stranded somewhere and run out of battery.
With these big wheels, you get a really good roll. When I'm on the flat, I can maintain about 26 kilometers an hour in assist mode 5. It's going to be interesting to see if I can reach 100 kilometers.
There are 8 things that I really like about this e-bike. Number 1, it feels robust, which is hard to show on camera, but this thing feels strong. Number 2, it has branded battery cells, which should last longer and help with your range. Number 3, branded components like the forks and the pedals, for example. Number 4 is the app that you can use to see things like battery life, current mileage, total mileage, and if the cruise control is on or off or not. Your home is smart, your watch is smart, and now your bike is smart. The ride is also really comfortable, which is one of the main things basically. You need it to be comfortable so you can get the most out of the battery and ride it for a long time. We also have good attention to detail, like the little rubber grippy parts on the brake levers. These little things that you notice that does make a difference overall. I also really like the step through, and love it or hate it, you got to look after the old hips these days. It's also very good value for money at £1,100. Now that is a bargain really for a bike like this. 3 things to consider before you buy. Number 1 is the rider height is advertised at 160 centimeters to 190 centimeters, around 5'2" to around 6'2". Now the bike is quite big to handle, so if you are smaller, that's something to consider. Number 2, we have relatively wide bars for city riding. If you are close to traffic, like in London as I've been testing the bike, then it can get a little bit tight with the wider bars. So what we've all been waiting for, did Gordon make it the 100 kilometer claimed range? Drum roll please. Gordon here. Now keep in mind I was on assist level 5, so max assist. I climbed 1,926 feet of elevation. That's 2 times the height of the Shard in London, and I managed to ride 102 kilometers. So I made the 100 kilometer mark. Amazing. I'm really surprised that I've done it, to be honest. Didn't think I thought it was gonna run out. So if riding 102 kilometers on a 25 kilogram city bike isn't worth a subscribe, I don't know what is. I'm sure Jordan would be happy if you subscribe. Go on, give it a little press.